I
up
think
early again tomorrow.
so. I think maybe like 2 hours. Is everybody okay with that?
Yeah,
That's
Okay.
perfectly fine. That's
yeah,
Yeah.
perfectly
Okay.
Absolutely.
absolutely fine. All right. So where we left off is the gang has defeated Asui. She is now unconscious, not dying, just unconscious,
fine.
on the floor. In this weird circle that has stopped glowing since you smashed her down into it with your sword. Yams, your special sword.
What's my sword?
And it's it stopped glowing, and it looks like whatever it was doing was stopped. The Remora have disappeared off of Asui, and you are now in the dining hall with one of those weird mirror portals this country has that has a very upset Kiyoshi, like furiously banging against the other side of the glass. And then further behind them is Amala's father laying down on like a bed.
How the fuck did Kiyoshi get in there?
Before the fight started, Asui turned around. They noticed you guys coming in and used one of her beams to lift him up and throw him in.
Okay. So we can't just go in because then we'll be trapped in there.
Amala can roll a history check to see if she knows how these work, because there are some of them around the palace, but she may not know the internal workings.
Mm. Okay. That's super high. A 13?
Yeah, you're not quite sure. You know there are some switches on this thing, and you know what the switches are. You're just not sure exactly what they do. You always had, like, people leave them to certain settings for you.
Okay. So, and I was already like approaching the mirror before.
Hmm.
Okay, so I know where the switches are.
Yes, on the top of these, like, mirror things, there are some gemstones. It looks like they can be rotated to create different patterns on the top filigree thing. So,
Okay.
like, there's like three pattern things. Easy mechanic things is all the bottom ones will turn together, all the bigger middle ones will turn together, and then the centerpiece turns by itself.
Okay. Um, Let me see. I have rope.
Mm.
Can I tie kind of like a noose sort of thing on a rope and just like fuck it. I'm just gonna like since I saw Kiyoshi yeeted into the mirror,
Hmm.
I'm assuming that the mirror has been portal is portaling. So I'm going to see if that is the case, and I'm gonna throw a rope through the mirror portal thing.
Okay. You throw the rope. It seems to get stopped about like, so it like goes through, and then 4 inches of it stick in the middle, and then the rest of it on both sides goes limp. And it's like stuck in the middle.
Ugh. Okay. I pull the rope back.
It's not pulling. You pull it taut on your end, and the other side is not pulling.
Motherfucker. Okay. I'm gonna go for the switches.
Okay. Um, Kiyoshi is like kind of like banging on like their side trying to get your attention.
Like, yeah, I hear you, bitch. I'm trying.
Kiyoshi's like is trying to like point to them to help you. She's like, listen,
Okay.
fucking listen. So you can use the help action to do an Arcana check.
Oh, beautiful. Okay.
Because now you're just trying to figure out a arcane device.
Ooh, okay, that's really good. And you said I get
Help.
okay, the
So you
first
can get
one.
advantage.
Okay.
Cat. Cats.
22.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, with Kiyoshi very obviously kind of like makes some hand gestures to point out like you kind of like you turn, you figure out how to turn it and it creates a completely different pattern. The rope falls limp and like Kiyoshi fully does like a quick and gruff thanks, claps a hand on your shoulder, and then like pushes you out of the way and into the mirror as they run to Asui.
Oh.
Oh. I'm an empress. I
Kyoshi is ignoring you and immediately is like full on like to the knees skidding to like check on Asui.
Okay. And I'm just going through the mirror, right?
Yeah, you go through the mirror, you immediately cannot hear anything on the other side. So like you can't hear the hustle of the party as you step through, but you hear the soft but somewhat pained breathing of your father, and we're gonna go to the party just to see what everyone else is doing before we move on. In case anyone goes in with Amala after Kyoshi
I think I was
dashes.
standing next to Asui. Um, um, prior to all this happening.
I mean, you did take her out.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's fair.
Um, can I just do like a? Can I just see like if I notice anything out of the ordinary about her?
Give me an Arcana check. Because there is the very obvious what is wrong with her, and then there's some
Right.
other stuff.
14.
Okay, actually, give me a history for figuring out anything else. Um, let's see what we get for that.
22.
22. Perfect. So, what you can naturally see is wrong is it seems like there's some sort of terraformation of these darker, harder to see through crystal like scales built up all over her skin. And you kind of confirm this as you see Kiyoshi, who now, remember, looks completely different. They were once looked like a citizen of this region, and now looks fully similar to Asui, who looks like one of the lantern fish, but as a humanoid.
Mm-hmm.
And like fully looks like a golden white like calico koi with like a light inside, like a transparent fish, but you just don't see organs.
Okay.
Um, Arcana wise, you can definitely tell whatever caused this was magical in nature, especially with the what you're now realizing was a ley line filled with those magic crystals that were like powering shit throughout this place.
Mm-hmm.
So that whatever that was causing it, you don't know if it stopped will make the effects go away or if it's just like this, but it doesn't look like the full effect took place.
Does she look like she's going back?
You can't tell that quite yet. And then history wise, you sort of have seen this. You've heard more, it's more so you've heard of tales of these creatures that live in the even darker spaces than those who call the Underdark call their home, and it is speculated that they live in the mists that kind of reside on each plane that have these Leviathan-like creatures that should not be harmed. Like, well, not harmed, but like, they're pretty much essentially considered like primordials. So like that's where the primordial phase would like reside. So like the kings and queens of the courts often reside in these like large little patches of mists, and those who hold the power become these like larger beings.
Got it.
Um, you've seen this. Well, the stories you've heard is that in these places where these things live, they send out not necessarily their children. They're able to take control over people's minds and then cause them to shape other people into other minions. They essentially take someone to be a commander and then have that commander make more others like lieutenants and then like go down the chain until it's just cannon fodder making other cannon fodder.
Okay. And this is the and with the Fey Lords and stuff like that. That's the only time that I've ever heard of
This
something like this
is
happening.
this is more so you sitting hanging around with the other soldiers as like people are just like sparring and training and hearing stories of people who have been to other planes. Like when your guys' like services get like even like seen in the other planes aside from the Fey realm.
Got it. And we can come down later, and I see Kiyoshi go towards Asui, and I look at it and I go, she's stable for now. I made sure not to kill her. I want to go see what's going on the other side of the mirror.
Uh, okay, so okay, that's what Yams is doing. Kruger and Journey, what are you guys doing? Amala has stepped into the mirror. Yams is going to see what's up. Kiyoshi has baseball's home plate slid to Asui, essentially. That's his wife. That's their
Pushed into a
wifey.
mirror.
That's their
Yeah, I was
wifey.
gonna say, step into a mirror is a very strong way to put that.
Yeah. No, I was pushed. I was pushed by a peasant. I am their empress. How fucking dare!
You were pushed by someone who's not even a resident of your country.
I hate that.
Do I know about their relationship?
No.
Like Kiyoshi?
No, Kiyoshi has never
yeah.
said anything about this relationship aside from that he knows that they know someone that's in the palace that's like a friend of theirs that they're worried about.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I think I would trust that Yams and Amala, probably a bit more so Yams, can handle whatever's going on with the mirror.
Yeah.
I trust they'll be fine.
What?
So we'll keep in touch with you right now.
No,
We trust Yams is gonna handle the situation with Mina. With
I mean,
Amala.
I was gonna say like, not in the sense of like not thinking Amala is capable. She's clearly proven she's very capable. I just trust Yams is pretty level-headed most of the time. They'll have this figured out.
It's not that Amala isn't incapable. It's that she doesn't always have the rationale.
I mean, I was honestly just thinking like, yeah, they seem whatever's happening there. I trust that they can handle it at least for the moment.
Yeah.
Because I was going to go and also let's just try to like not that I think there's very much like our Journey would think there's not much he probably could do, but I wanted to try to perform. I don't know if this would necessarily result in anything, but I was thinking like maybe a medicine check on Asui just to see if there's anything like medically we can maybe do to help. Like I doubt this will result in anything, but
Yeah, absolutely, you can. Don't worry
yeah.
about the appearance of a person in the background. My mom just got home. Please, I know I look like I'm in a horror movie. That is my mother.
I was gonna say until you said something, I wasn't going to assume anything.
Yeah, that's my mom.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I guess the session's gonna be even shorter than we thought.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Damn.
Yeah, no, my lights are busted. I gotta replace my lights.
Fun.
Yeah, you can roll a medicine check and then also a history check.
Okay, I'll go ahead. I'll roll medicine first. Okay. For medicine, that's gonna be not the greatest. That's gonna be a 12.
Okay, and then history.
And then for history, that's gonna be a 19.
Okay, so she's breathing, she's stable.
Okay.
You don't exactly know what the scales are, but as you touch them, they both feel like they should be soft, but when you try to see if you can like pluck it off, it seems to like become like hard, like terra crystal formation. Like you can't like pull it off.
Okay, so it's like do I kind of get the sense that like if I tried harder to remove them, it might hurt Asui?
You are unsure about that. However,
That's fair.
you have seen something similar to this.
Mm-hmm.
On one of the missions you worked before you became a Dampier, one of the things you guys procured was this like weird statue. You couldn't tell what it was supposed to be because it had this kind of similar growth all over it, and it was just kind of in like a weird amalgamation shape. It was like about 3 foot tall and about at the widest point like 6 inches diameter. So like um yeah, you don't know what became of it. That was something you traded off to another group in Zokton, and you don't know what became of it. It was just like a we do this for you, you do this for us.
I imagine that was probably way above Journey's pay grade to
Oh
actually
yeah,
know what happened
absolutely.
to that. Yeah, it's kind of like you don't need to know where
Yeah,
it's
no.
going.
Your job is to just grab it.
Yep.
Just grab it and any other valuables you can on the way out.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Kruger, what are you doing?
So I want to try to see what's going on with Kiyoshi because again, yes, we know that he has someone inside the castle that he's worried about. We just saw this person summon uh summon creatures attack us, and he pushed Amala to he pushed Amala back into the mirror.
Okay, give me an insight
Almost,
check. I feel this is going to go very
Oh, I'm
badly.
so excited. Yeah. I'd also like
fucking
to perform an insight check,
honestly,
but I want this to go first.
Always
honestly,
finding, always finding the least expected route always.
nat 20. Oh shit!
Oh,
What?
Hell yeah.
Nat 20.
Oh my
Let's
I love
go.
it.
god.
I love it. I love it.
Be careful with this chandelier.
Oh,
I thought you were like thanking God for a second.
I did too.
I did too. I thought you were about to be
Ah,
like,
You know who I'm rolling for.
You know who I'm running for? The big G upstairs.
um, you're not good at reading people and you've been trying to get better. You know, you got that book. It's not a great book, but as you're looking, as you watch this, like how Kyoshi pulls up Asui and like holds her, these are two people who are, at the very least, romantically involved. But Kiyoshi does not look like they are under any sort of mind control or influence of any kind. What they are doing right now is genuine concern of checking over someone that they care about a lot. But this carries also then like immediately spinning to anger as like those tempest currents are kind of like starting to swirl around them as they bring Asui even closer to like in like a protective hold. It doesn't look like Kiyoshi is going to lash out at this moment. It just looks like Kiyoshi is having a very emotional moment.
Which is reasonable.
Understandable, yeah. So in a hurry, not like in a hurry, I'll go over there. I see what's going on. I slow down a little bit. I put a hand on his shoulder, and I just go, "It's all right. She's gonna be okay. She
Aww.
Are you okay, Joey?
I can't take Jose seriously.
Watching Joey Mina lose their shit is making me sad.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm starting to. It's also hearing muffled Joey laughter from Mina's mic that's getting
It does
me.
add a lot, yeah.
It's okay.
I love you, Kruger.
I get this was the person that you worried a lot about, but she's in a better place now. We're gonna try to save her. We're gonna try to save her. This will all end. This will all be okay.
Kiyoshi takes a very slow and deep breath. Lets it out.
Killed the love. He just loved the kill.
No, you guys did not. You guys did non-lethal. She is not dead.
She is still alive.
She
That's,
is alive.
That's why we're all having this reaction.
Oh, okay.
That's why we're like, what?
I thought she was okay then.
No, it's okay. I am okay with you retconning.
No, that's too bad.
Gold. That was comedy gold. Do not.
Gonna say Journey like imagine Journey cutting in like she ain't dead, kid. Calm down.
Oh, that's true. Kruger.
Are we recording?
Kruger doesn't actually know that she isn't dead because Kruger hasn't examined her body. That tracks.
That's fair.
Are we recording?
Yeah, I'm recording
Please
this.
say so. Amazing.
Please send me the entire clip of that. All of it.
Oh yeah, no, I
it.
load these up to YouTube when I'm done. That way we can have them forever.
We'll clip this.
No, the only thing that makes me sad at night is that we missed out on every single other interaction with Kruger that we have done so far. Every little gem.
We're recording them going forward, and that's what matters.
Yeah.
Slipped through our fingers.
We're gonna have the rest of them going forward.
I'm crying. Send help.
Yeah.
But yes, Kiyoshi takes a very slow and deep breath. Gets up holding Asui in their arms. You're right. Things are gonna get better. Good luck. And starts confidently walking out with Asui, like carrying her bridal style.
Oh no.
Oh god damn it.
Oh, my tears. Oh my god.
Journey's
Not
gonna
like
kind of put like a hand on Kruger's shoulder and say, "Look, I know you're trying to help, kid. Maybe stay here right now." And then he's gonna go after Kiyoshi to try to talk to them.
Okay, so it's been a hot minute, so we're going to
Yeah.
Journey's rushing out as Yams is starting to step into the mirror. So Yams, this is unfortunately the last thing you hear as you step in.
The last thing he hears is just
Is Kruger saying she's in a better place now?
Oh my god, that was incredible.
But I will say, because I did just say that, Yams stepped through on Kruger saying that, so Yams does not know that Kiyoshi is just like, I'm fucking out.
Yeah, of course. I don't. Oh my god. No.
We're gonna die without a without a
So
That was incredible.
So now we are back to Amala and Yams. Amala, you probably have stepped up to your father by this point. By the time Yams has stepped through, is in basically the back of the room. Your father looks to be resting. It seems Kiyoshi had been working on him. His clothing is the top of his clothing is taken off. He's got bandages around a wound that would be around his gills, because fuck everyone who draws gills on the neck. They should also be on the rib cage because it's closer to the lungs. So it seems like his injury was around or very close to or even on his gills. But he seems stable, but it's an unstable stable. He can probably walk around, but he can't do intensive work. He can't jog. He's on, he should be on bed rest, and he is currently sleeping.
Kruger pops in the fucking thing. Alright, champ, start running.
Oh my god. So yeah, I'm seeing my father and he's just kind of knocked out.
Yeah, it's less of knocked out and more of someone who's been in a lot of pain finally being able to get a little sleep.
Okay. I'm like, yeah, I think I start trying to
Yeah.
wake him up. Daddy, 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 I'm here. Daddy, 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 it's me.
Oh god.
Daddy, excuse me. Hi, hello.
As soon
Hi.
as soon as you had the first daddy with the snaps, his eyes kind of fluttered and he had a shaky breath away because oh god, so jarring. He's just like,
Dad, Daddy,
hey,
Daddy.
I'm here.
Hi.
Shh, I'm here, baby girl. And he has very shaky breathing, so he's still definitely not 100%.
I'm just bawling, just oh my gosh, Daddy, who stabbed you? Oh my gosh. Just yelling way too loud for any.
The worst part is this isn't a very big space. This is at most this can fit maybe 7 fight squares in it worth of space in this room. It's not very big. It's just meant for this was the Great Hall.
This is the Great Hall. Wait, the Great Hall? Why is it so tiny?
No, because this is so this mirror room itself, it's like a little pocket room. This portal isn't supposed to be here. This is one that's supposed to be somewhere else. You don't know how or when it got moved. Basically, it's just a little area for the royals or the royal family to just pop into if they need a quick break. It works like a room, one of the rooms of respite where you like fully heal up, but it looks like whatever his injury wasn't able to be properly healed until someone else got to work on him.
Okay, gotcha. I guess like I'm like, don't worry, Daddy. We have a healer with us. Like I'm sure he's gonna be here any second. Like he should be like here like right now. Like right now, Daddy. Like right now, Daddy. Like
And
right
then
now.
you turn your head to see, and give me a perception check, because one, you see Yams. You don't see Kyoshi, you see Yams. But give me a perception check to see if you can see if you see behind Yams.
Ooh, let's see. That's terrible. And which is amazing.
It is.
Um.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So that is a 6. So I'm like,
No.
right now, Daddy. Like
Yeah.
there's no reason why he wouldn't come through this portal right now.
You turn your head and you see Yams instead of Kyoshi, and then apparently from this side it looks like the mirror from far away looks more like frosted glass. You can see through it once you're closer up. It's like a space to get away from all the noise and hubbub, essentially. So the further you're away from the mirror, you can't see. So like you can't see jack shit on the other side. You don't know Kyoshi is gone. Or at least leaving. So Yams, you are in this room as well, and Amala has now looked back and seen you.
Oh, Yams. Okay, this is my bodyguard. That's not the healer, but you know, that's one.
No, the healer saw to me while they were in here.
No, another one. We have like another healer. Yeah.
There is another healer. It's just Kyoshi.
Kyoshi was
Really?
the one. Kyoshi was the one that was in there.
Kruger?
Oh.
I don't. Do you really want?
Yams coming to that realization.
Like, cause Kiyoshi has been helping us this entire time, and he must be fresh on his tails. Yeah. So obviously, I meant Kruger. Yams.
Oh. I think the best part is once again Yams hearing this after just hearing Kruger tell Kyoshi she's in a better place.
I walk towards you, and I whisper in your ear, and I go, "Do you really want Kruger to look after your dad?"
I mean, of course I don't. But I can't tell Daddy that he's completely incompetent in everything that he does. He has no flaws. He can do the fucking thing. So all I need is him to do something to like finish healing.
All right, but if he kills him, I whisper that to you, and it's like I just go, "All right."
Don't even say that yet, because if it fucking happens, I'm gonna fucking kill you, yeah.
I mean, in a weird way, you would have committed a regicide if he killed him, so I wouldn't blame you. I walk towards the mirror.
Maybe that's just better. It's like some sort of healing potion.
I
walk towards the mirror and I look at whatever the fuck is. I guess just Kruger alone.
What you are seeing as you turn around is now Kyoshi stopped with the door partially opened and Journey getting to him. So now we cut back over to Journey getting to Kyoshi. Segues.
Hold on, real quick. But what's Kruger doing in the room by himself?
I'm walking towards the mirror.
So Kruger just turned around and is starting to walk towards the mirror.
Yeah, Journey specifically said, "Do not fucking follow me while I enter this."
Kruger went like, "I'm doing a great job."
My working here.
No. I went, it's okay. He goes away. Journey goes to comfort. I go, okay. let me see what the fuck is going over here, because I'm not needed.
Let me. Now that my job is done here, time to get to work on the next one.
Kruger, I love you dearly.
Oh my god, Kruger is something else.
God.
I fucking
Don't
adore
worry,
this
in the
little frog.
It's just
don't
the
worry, in the
adventure.
village.
Mina, you're muted.
I was saying that it's just the adventures of Kruger and everybody else.
Yeah, this is like a young teens novel, and Kruger's the protagonist, and he's surrounded by this like group of like cool adults.
This is Kruger's world. We all just live in it.
Hmm.
Don't worry.
Calling
When it
it
comes
now.
to
Kruger gets the final hit on the last BBEG.
Oh,
Please,
100%.
genuinely, please. This is his coming of age story.
no, all you see is me disappointingly walking to the mirror.
Like a sad little
Like a sad, slumped little frog. But right, Journey, you reach
Yes.
Kiyoshi as Kiyoshi has started to just literally use their foot to manipulate the door to get it open so they don't have to put Kiyoshi down. Like, a thing of like, they might be more. Essentially, the best way I can put it is they may not have the class levels that you guys have, but they have the experience.
Makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Just so much joy put in the
uh,
Oh my god.
Kruger doesn't even obey the laws of God.
I love him.
God, I love him.
But anyway,
Oh,
um,
yes.
yeah. As Journey approaches, he will like kind of put his like hand, like kind of hold the door a little bit so that like if, but then saying like, uh, my brain is so melted after today.
Oh.
But kind of holding the door so that he doesn't have to like kind of struggle to get it open while holding this unconscious woman. But then it's going to say like, or it's just like, where are you going?
I'm gonna go find someplace better because apparently being around all of you isn't healthy.
Well, I probably like I was about to like protest, then thought a bit more about it. Just like
And with that, Kiyoshi, you can do
no,
a dex check because Kiyoshi's gonna try and like get past you with that pause.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, you know I'm right.
yeah, I'll go ahead. Yeah, so just like a dex check. No.
Yeah, you are a dex check to stop them. They're doing a strength pass check to just push past you. So like
Alright,
essentially you're trying to like put your arm in a different place.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so that's gonna be 16.
Okay. Yeah, no, they are very tired.
I feel bad.
They rolled a 5.
Oh, they've been through a lot.
They've been
They're
through
also
it
holding
today.
someone. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just it.
So they sigh. They kind of sigh again because it's clear that, you know, Journey is at least on good terms with them.
Yeah, and it's
Or at least better terms than Kruger.
yeah, a little bit better, and he'll be straight up and say like, look, if you want to walk out, I ain't gonna blame you, but where would you go at this point? Like,
Does that really matter?
uh, yes, it does. You have maybe you don't care, but you have clearly someone you care about, and if you want to be
Yeah,
somewhere,
and I know where
I
I'm
ain't saying
going.
okay. Where is it?
Kiyoshi just doesn't answer and stare at you like you expect me. You can roll a persuasion check. Roll a persuasion.
Yeah, I'll roll. Yeah, I'll roll persuasion.
Give
Yeah,
me persuasion. Kiyoshi is very clearly not intent on staying here and doesn't see. It's like one of those things of like, but why should I tell you?
That's fair. Yeah. Okay. So that's gonna be. That's gonna be sorry, 15 for persuasion.
Okay. Kiyoshi kind of just stops and sighs, and kind of looks over Journey and like settles on your red eyes. Looks and sees that Yams seems to be starting to at least look out, if not come out, and Kruger's walking towards the mirror. Look, like you, we're not from around here. We have our own hideouts and our own ways of getting around. I can't tell you where those are, because then that puts other people in danger.
Kind of considering it, and then like he'll nod and accept that. That's pretty reasonable.
I don't have anything, honestly, against this whole situation. My job was to help find the old emperor. We found him. I found who I'm looking for. I need to get her out of here.
All right. All right. I get you can't tell me where anything is. I'm not gonna try to make you give up anyone like that. Trish, do you know how to get there safely? Just make sure you'll both be okay.
Yeah, and I was about to say I'll try to figure out a way to tell you, but that's very unlikely. If I find the opportunity,
you don't worry about that. Look, before you go, I just wanted to thank you for everything you've done, and I hope you will both just take care of yourself.
before Kiyoshi starts to leave, we are going to cut back over to Kruger now walking into the mirror with Yams right there. What's Yams doing as Kruger starts to walk in? And now seeing that Kiyoshi is very clearly looking like that they're trying to leave and Journey is trying to stop them.
Yeah, Journey's like, let's try to convince them to stay, but also
it's not going well.
It's not going.
Yeah, it's not going well.
Yeah.
Where's Aladdin?
Aladdin is very dazed. I honestly forgot about Aladdin for a second because I forgot that they were conscious. That he was conscious.
Forgot about him for a second. I will be honest.
But he would have went in with Amala too, because his priority is his uncle.
I look at Kruger as he approaches the mirror. I grab him by his shoulder very tightly.
So tight, just.
And I lean down and I go, I just look at him in complete quiet. I look at his eyes.
Distraught.
In complete silence. And I go, you did well. I saw you in the fight. You did well. Do you still have magic?
I can manage a few spells still. Yeah, I still can.
Okay, good. See if you can tend to the previous emperor, to the king. See if you can heal him up a little bit so that we can get him out of here. If we need to get out of him.
Is he gravely injured?
He can probably, I'm not a medic, but he could maybe make it without any healing just by resting, but we don't have time to rest here, so if there's anything that we can do to speed that up, to maybe get at least get him to a place where he can move easier. That would be good. Kruger, it's your chance
That's
to save the king.
I,
Can you do that?
I absolutely can. I as Kruger like fucking goes through his little like gets out his little notepad, starts starts rifling through the pages, seeing what's like how many. Essentially, it's essentially me looking to see how many spell slots I still have, but me getting ideas to see what I could draw to heal him.
As you're doing this, you are being kind of like Aladdin's, like helping you get over to there, and the old emperor looks to you and goes, "Thank you for trying to help." He kind of looks at Amala and kind of like squeezes her hand and goes, "You and Aladdin, I know, yes, I'm here, and you're here.
Hi, Daddy, we came
Uh,
all this way. We came all this way. Did you see me? I went all this way in a heartbeat just to like come and heal you, and like I'm here now.
and you're my big brave girl, but now, while the healer tends to me, I need you, your cousin, and your bodyguard to step outside, just for some privacy."
Okay.
Aladdin
This is
kind of
where
gets
he
like a
vents.
weird look, but as
Can it?
well, but like kind of walks with Amala. It's very much that little like the kids of the family, like that little shuffle of like, they usually let us hang around for this adult stuff. What the hell's going on? Why are they being sneaky?
Can I do an insight check?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me get one of my
Well,
d20s out.
once Yams told Kruger to go in, he went to see Journey um and Kiyoshu.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I noted. We will swing back over there after we get our nice little cut-offer over here.
Is there anything special that I need to do to go inside, or do I just walk inside?
What?
Like the it is there anything? Are there any prerequisites to walking into the mirror, or
No,
can I
you
just
just
fucking
walk in.
enter?
You've been in there, my guy.
Oh, I thought I
Hey, you just
was.
walk in.
I thought this was like a preamble, like before I enter.
No, this was you were at the foot of the chamber, and Yams is like, "Do not fuck up. You did good, but do not fuck up."
Yeah.
And then your walk up to it, which was like another like little bit of room. It wasn't too much of a full preamble. I imagine Kruger may have been preambling before he walked in, and then Yams grabbed him.
Have to
Yeah.
hype myself up for this.
But what? So what did you get on your insight, Nina?
I got a hot 6.
You know what? It's better than a hot crit fail. So there's something
Am I
he's
getting told that this is
very
serious?
this is something you can't exactly, you don't know exactly what is going on, but it's very clearly there is something serious going on that he may not want you to see to worry you. This is very much a I don't want you to see this because I don't want you to worry about me, but also a very this is something that may in the long run kill me.
Oh shit.
Um Aladdin still kind of like guides you away. He's like, "Come on, let's if it's what he wants, let's give him some space."
I guess I just kind of like very confusingly, but trying to still be like upbeat and cheery, just like, okay, Daddy, I love you.
I love you too, sweetheart.
Aw, aw, I love you so much.
I love you so much, my little pearl. Now go wait outside.
Okay, feel better. Oh my god.
Um,
So Kruger's alone with him?
Kruger is alone with this man. Kruger is alone with the king.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And
He's
that's
like,
what he
we're,
wanted. And that's what the king wanted, just to be alone with the healer.
Yeah.
yeah, that's what he asked.
And
Because he was just told this is a healer. He doesn't know that Kruger's actually a college dropout.
I can only imagine Kruger's about to receive some incredibly crucial information, but because it's coming from him, we're all gonna be like, but are you sure though?
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Hey,
This is the
hey.
best possible outcome that would have happened.
Hey, the best doctors are the ones that drop out of college.
What?
No, they're not.
What?
That's
No,
actually not true. That's
I
quite
don't
the
think that's
opposite. Nope.
absolutely not.
Hey, Kyo,
Actually,
I know you were
not
gonna
true.
leave, but Sergio, I have questions and I am worried.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I'm a little worried.
As after they leave, he presses a little crystal on the wall, and kind of like a little curtain draws towards the middle of the room. That way, they can't look in and see what's going on. But he sits up and like kind of winces and does like a little dismissal motion with his hand, which you can give me an arcana.
I love arcanas.
Yeah, you love the arcanas.
I love to
I love
do
the
an
arcana.
arcana check.
No! You know what? I'll take it.
Oh
That was a
no.
19.
Okay.
That was a 19.
Um, yeah, you very much catch on. He's dismissing a spell. And the mirror image, oh, not mirror image, minor image fades. And he does have bandages on, but along the side that's outward facing from the bed is this. It looks like the bandages have already been soaked through with what looks to be, based on the tint of the bandages, some sort of dark pustule matter. And then he starts to unwrap them, and there's this long gash along the gills on that entire side, dedicating it to this left side. And growing out of it seems to be this like dark fungal growth that also seems like fins that's trying to like vine and root out and grow over. And it looks like, based on give me a medicine check, because this is definitely magic in nature. You've never seen anything like this. However, you do think there is a book that you've heard of that's not exclusive to your school that may have some answers. You don't remember the book's title at the moment, but give me a medicine check.
Is it a book? Is it a book with a black eye in the middle?
No.
Oh! What the fuck is going on with... I rolled a nat 20 again.
Yeah, this is Kruger's big day.
Holy shit,
So-
Kruger. Amazing. Incredible work. I always believed in you. Wait, is that BTS?
Is that a BTS keyboard, Matt?
So,
Wait, hang on, what?
I made a play... Okay. Before y'all start saying, I made that playmat for Elizabeth.
Aww.
That is sweet that you made that for her. It is incredibly funny that you tilted your camera down as the first thing we noticed.
So, wait.
You said it's for Elizabeth. Kind of funny that it's on your desk.
Oh my god. Okay, that's actually kind of cute, though.
That is really cute.
Oh my
That
god.
That was our 1 year anniversary present.
Aww,
Cute!
that's
But
It's
really
still the
it's
cute.
same,
not on
right?
her desk. This is my desk. This right here is my desk.
Uh-huh.
Thank
I
you for
see.
making sure to clarify.
Love that
But
Kruger
yes,
got this nat 20. Unfortunately, we have to remember he's a child, and now he gets more details about this injury. Uh,
oh fun.
Oh no.
it's very clear based on how the vines look and stuff that the best way they've been managing this wound of sorts is that they've been cutting the vines, like having to actually cut into him to get the vines out because it's like closing, instead of a scab, it's like covering over with these like vines and fungus. And it seems to be
Also,
trying
they're
to
like
root
creating.
into other pieces of his body, like over and like root under. And they've been like just cutting. And in some spots, it looks like they've been then burning after it's been cut. It looks like Kiyoshi got it to the point to where it's no longer actively spreading, but it is still a very much active whatever it is.
So I have to do an Arcana and Nature check. I wanna figure something out.
What do you want to figure? What are you trying to figure out? This is nothing
So
medical you've ever seen, and this is nothing arcana you've ever seen, but you do know a book that has it, that should have it.
so okay, I wanna review my medical knowledge, the little medical knowledge that I do have. But do have I seen this mushroom before? And do I know, or do I see that the roots are all coming from one area, like coming from like one mushroom creating multiple roots, like a mangrove, or multiple mushrooms creating multiple roots.
Okay, pick which one you would like to focus on, like which one you want to know more, and then give me a roll.
So one mushroom, going to
The root, where
multiple.
the root's coming from.
Yeah, where the roots origin. Okay, let me go. So it would either be water what?
You're gonna be doing nature. Because
15 plus 2
you've
is
already done an arcana check.
21? 21.
Hey, Kruger's big day still.
Fucking fucking today's the day that
Um,
the rolls are okay with me.
so once again, this is not something you've personally seen, but you have had a lecture on these mushrooms. So with your academy, because they teach spellcasters, there's a more high likely chance that you would be hired out on expeditions into unknown territory. So some of your lectures included basic dangers of the trench. So this is a fungus. Tonks, this is a serious situation. My child, why are you so wet? Get off of me. Why are you wet?
I love it when your pet comes up to you and it's just like, what the fuck? Why is your fur wet?
It was the front of her chest. Why? Um, so these are a fungus that grow in the trench, and like when they say in the trench, they mean in the trench proper. So not just like on the floating on the outer edges, like fully when you are no light from the surface and there's absolutely nothing but bioluminescence down there.
Mm-hmm.
These mushrooms, the roots grow out singular. However, how these mushrooms repopulate is they spore out like puff spores, and they attach to carcasses and then grow from the inside out. However, they can also be breathed in or put on, say, a knife or weapon to then implant within a wound. On a living person, these mushrooms flower and grow at an exponential rate because the heart is beating and constantly supplying blood instead of the mushrooms having to grow out to it.
Mm-hmm.
The best way to go about curing it is this is something that requires like greater restoration. This is a disease that requires greater restoration. It can be stabilized with lesser restoration for like 3 days. Like lesser restoration, which seems to have already been cast because he's stable, will last 3 days. You need greater restoration to cure it, or to completely burn out all of the fungal infection. Benefit of being fish people, that is very easy to, you can live without chunks of your body. Benefit of being fish people. If you were to cast healing spells on him, it would help the roots retract. However, they would actively retract and it would still cause him physical pain, even though it wouldn't cause him any more like damage. If that makes sense, but there is a healing threshold for that. And that healing threshold is 8. If you want to like kind of move the disease spread back essentially a little bit, you have to at least heal him for 8. It's like essentially like if you were to hit something with sturdy, you have to hit it, you have to do so much damage before it actually damages it.
Okie dokie. So
I will say though, something else, because you got over a 20, from that lecture you remember, when they went over the signs that you may be in the area where those are at, was that there are rumors that the people who live down there glow like lanternfish.
Oh. So the people that would know about like curing that disease or curing the
People above the trench know how to cure it, but unfortunately it's about mutilating your body horribly with fire, or finding someone who knows greater restoration.
and then people
And then
people in the trenches.
if there is another way, it would be someone from the trench, which are rumored to look like lanternfish and glow like them.
Oh,
Like Kiyoshi and Asui.
so yep.
Don't mind me, I'm just casually going in and editing Kiyoshi's character sheet on Fight Club. Don't mind me.
Okay.
But yes, so what does Kruger do?
Sir, I I wanna try to hold back from the shock of this. First off, just fucking being being exposed to this is oh boy alive as a as a teenager. But
You're a teen.
I yeah. This is I'll do my best to try to figure this out, sir. I will we will get you the help that you need. Uh this might be a little out of my expertise. I can get the right help that you need. I might just need a little bit of time. Now, if possible, and I wanna like do doctor scribbles on a paper.
Mm.
But it's essentially
Are you
so it would
essentially
be
writing him a prescription?
writing him a prescription, just doing because the only thing I literally have is healing word, and I could cast it like at a second level.
God.
Actually, can I do so? The reason why I was asking if I could see that it's coming from one root or like the origin
It's
was
multiple.
to see if I can.
It's multiple roots, and this one was definitely like it was poison. It was someone put this on a weapon and then attacked him to bury the start of the spores deep as they could.
Because I wanted to cast enlarge reduce on it, like to reduce it.
I mean, if you did that, I would say an art. You would need to give me an Arcana check to because the thing is it's multiple mushrooms. It's not one mushroom.
Yeah,
It would be a high DC. What is your Arcana bonus?
it's a +2.
You would have to roll a natural 20, and then you would need to do a medicine check. Another it would be what's your medicine bonus?
It is a +3.
So you would need to get at least a 17. The better you do on that, the better the outcome, and you would not want to get below a 15 on that. Do you want to take those odds?
No,
Okay. I wanted to just lay
I
it out for you because that's a serious decision.
yeah.
It's a serious medical decision.
Hmm. I'm trying to see because there's really nothing. I could try to do healing word at a second level
Mm.
to try to buy some time. Uh, sir, I promise I understand. I could see the urgency of this. I will not. Do you want me to hide the truth from Amala?
Yes. Don't. I will explain to her. Bring her in and I will explain to her that my wound is just too severe. I need a priest. I need a priest who dabbles in healing or a doctor. You are
Uh,
honestly you're a child. I was excited for a healer, but you're a child. You
if you don't mind me asking, what did Kiyoshi say when he came here?
He was very concerned and immediately started tending to my wounds. They
There
used
was
what
no.
magic they had left to stop this and get me to where I am now.
Okay. So I I will I will reach out. I will reach out to my connections in not Havusha.
Havusha?
Yeah,
Havusha's where
Havusha.
you're from.
I, yeah, I was like, I know it's from Havusha. What the fuck? Why am I second guessing myself? I will I will reach out with my connections in Havusha. I'll I'll make sure my father my father Grong knows what's going on and see if he can help out with his multiple connections.
He kind of nods and thank you for even looking. That was very brave of you. You can send my daughter back in. And as you start to turn, he's putting his bandages back on and keeping the curtain up until he's finished dressing, and like puts his minor illusion back up. Uh, as you walk out, you see Yams also finally getting to Kiyoshi. As Amala and Aladdin kind of like, they also exit the mirror, but they're closer to the mirror at this moment.
I I come out wearing surgical vests. No, I'm kidding.
No, no, no. You are still in there. This is cutting away to the moment of Yams walking out after you walked in.
Mm,
This is like the other three walking out. Journey's trying his damnedest to maybe convince Kiyoshi to stay, and the other three have walked out and seen the mess.
Yeah, I feel like Journey's like trying to convince them to stay, but is also kind of in the mindset of like they've already done a lot for us, so he is fully prepared to just let them leave, even though he knows we do need them. They've
Yams
already
has a
done a lot
pet.
for
Oh
us,
shoot!
and like
Oh shoot, Chansey, I'm sorry. I also forgot to ask if I can do a check to see if I could identify the names of this mushroom.
You do know the name. I will get it to you because I don't have a name yet.
Oh,
that
okay,
is
okay.
fair.
So
Give me a
yes.
second, Jimmy.
Oh no, you can go ahead. You go ahead.
Oh, Yams is walking towards them. I'm not gonna lie, Yams has a pep in his step. He fucking killed a big ass monster.
Good for him.
So, not too jovially either, because obviously it's like, whoa, too soon. But like, he has both of his hands just kind of like resting on both of the hilts of his sheathed swords, and he walks, yeah, towards Yoshi and Journey. Um, sees that like Journey is. How's Journey looking? Like, does he just look not rattled, but like anxious, or
I'd
what?
say maybe a little bit rattled. Like he's still kind of like he's holding the door, but also like very clearly like kind of standing between Kiyoshi and like the way out. I'd say probably
Mm,
looks a little bit rattled, but also kind of like
like resigned.
maybe a little bit resigned. Yeah, and I think like as you come up, you might hear like Journey like very sincerely thanking Kiyoshi for everything they've done.
Okay. I I'm not gonna address that immediately. I'm just gonna look at Kiyoshi and say, "How's she doing? Is she okay?"
She's breathing. She has a heartbeat. There is some reactivity to her eyes, but. And he kind of looks down at her. Her eyes haven't closed, but now instead of being black and glowing, they're pure white and glowing. But they have not closed. There's like seem to be stuck wide open, but she has no consciousness.
Um, I look at him and I solemnly say to him, "I did what I had to do. but I took no pleasure in.
I know.
She obviously means a lot to you.
I know, and thank you for that. I understand that you all at least saw that she was a person and decided not to try and kill an actual person instead of one of these monsters. But I need to get her out of here and somewhere safe.
I agree. I do think that we all need to get out of here and somewhere safe.
Um, give me a charisma check with advantage, or if you would like to do persuasion to perhaps keep an open line of communication for assistance in the future.
Sure.
Because Journey and Yams are actually the two that connected with Kiyoshi the most on a positive level.
Yeah.
To be fair,
Right.
Amala started with a disadvantage on that because she's royalty.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
In
Kyoshi
her
fucking
defense.
hates the monarchy.
Because what?
Kyoshi hates the monarchy. Whenever
Oh.
Gilta finally goes into a revolution because of the nepotism monarchy, like Kyoshi would be there aiding the rebels.
You know what? Fair.
15.
Okay. Kyoshi thought about it and goes, "Look, I can't promise help, but if you need to get out of Gilta and at least I know a place that you can at least get to Zoktan." And they hand you a little like looks like a seaweed wrap, and when you unwrap it, it's a list of directions to take once you're in the city. Oh my god, I cannot remember my city names off the top of the head. Where did I throw the map?
Be under resources.
Resources. Why was resources not open? Yeah, if you can get to uh, Ichi, you can. It's a, like basically it's labeled as Ichi, and then it looks like a set of directions that also make that are a bit vague. So it's like, oh, these could be the start point could be anywhere, and if you can't find the starting point, you're fucked.
Oh, lovely.
And it's like a safe house or something?
No, it is a way to get passage out of Gilta into Zoktan.
Okay.
Okay.
It's basically a get out of this country, go to the neighboring country.
Mm.
But also, as Yams has come to learn, it is a way to get from one side of this war to the other.
Right.
Mm.
Okay. Um, I look at it. He's obviously holding somebody, so I can't do my cool predator handshake with him. But I say, I hope you find yourself and her safely out of here. Thank you for your service. Hopefully, we'll see each other someday. Maybe soon.
Kyoshi nods, and it very much, he has the look of if he had free hands, they would also shake your hand. Like
Aw.
they would do like the class with you both.
Hell yeah.
And Kyoshi slips out with
Yeah.
Asui.
Yeah, Journey will like kind of clasp them on the shoulder and nod to them, kind of repeat the sentiment of like, "Thank you for all you've done. Please take care of yourselves," and then hold the door open for them as they leave.
Yeah, and it is noted that Kyoshi is currently emitting a bright light in the square that he would occupy, and another 5 feet of low light after that. So literally like a little lantern fish.
Oh yes.
When we open the door,
Mm.
I need to take a look at where the fuck he's walking by, because if he's about
Yeah.
to walk into a monster, he's fucked.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
no.
try to like make sure they don't die immediately.
Nice to see you someday. Fucking Kraken tentacle comes out of fucking nowhere.
God.
Yeah, he's just
Give
a
me
badass like that.
Journey and Yams, give me perception checks for looking out the door.
Okay.
17.
Okay.
Let's see. Second. That's gonna be a 13.
Okay. So Journey, you notice that Kiyoshi melds into the shadow pretty well. Like you see them take like a deep breath, and then like their light seems to snuff out, and then they're like one with the shadow, because then like they're not illuminated, so their skin's just translucent. And they seem to be getting through rather easily. Yams, you notice this as well. Like, you can keep track of them a lot easier than Journey can in this moment. But that's also because you're looking in every nook and cranny for fucking anything.
Okay.
You don't see anything that is being actively threatening, but you do notice every so often those ghostly remora just kind of like phase in and out of the walls. They don't seem to be like going towards anyone, they just seem to be vibing.
Yeah. Close the door. Look at Journey. We have to regroup and figure out what we're gonna do.
Right. How's the Emperor doing?
Speaking of Kruger walking out,
Oh god.
Kruger, make your announcement.
It's not more of an announcement.
It's more of a, hey,
It's,
Amala, your dad wants to talk to you.
Yeah.
And then telling everyone
Hey,
else and being like, oh my god, he's fucked.
Amala, Toots, your father wants to speak with you. He's
Hold on, hold on. What the fuck did you call me?
Amala?
Before that,
Hey, Amala? What the fuck did I say?
you said Toots?
No.
No.
No,
Whoa!
no,
Whoa!
no,
Whoa!
no,
For
no,
some
no,
reason, I heard
no,
the
no.
word Toots,
No.
and
That
I
is
was
a
like,
new character
Toots
on
was
the
not
server.
said. Oh god, if Kruger would die then and there.
I think everyone would have killed Kruger right then and there.
Everyone's just like, you know what? Last straw. Let's go.
That's how
Kruger
much
just
on
doesn't make
thin
any
ice Kruger is right now. That it's just like, are you fucking being cute right now?
Are you trying to be a
Like,
cute little
this is how
guy?
thin. This is how thin. This is how thin the
Just
line of ice is, dude. This is how thin. Like, just a,
we are
Reaper
from
right here.
PvP.
yeah, that's how thin you are currently.
Okay.
Yoshi would come back and twist your head 360.
And we'd all be like, honestly, good for you.
Yeah, honestly, last piece of business they needed to take care of.
Yeah, give them like $20 on the way out.
To be fair, I also heard Toots, but I was like, it was probably a slip of the tongue. There's absolutely
yeah,
no way
no
he said
way.
that.
No.
Yeah. But what did you say?
I
I don't know.
I think he was just
I
getting
didn't
a
even-
little tongue-tied, like getting warmed up and ready.
Yeah, I think so.
I straight up did not hear
Yeah.
Toots, but
I didn't hear Toots either.
I was just going, hey Amala, your dad wants to talk to you. Your dad wants to talk to you alone if possible.
All right. And then I just
Alana
give
did.
him a smack on the top of the head, and I go in. I cut him off. It's just
I look at Journey. I look at Journey, and I say, to answer your previous question, he asked for a healer,
and
and Kiyoshi
it's like dawning on Journey's face the
Yeah.
situation that has just unfolded.
Yeah. Let's walk over and see what Kruger has to say.
Yeah.
I will walk over to.
Yeah, just kind of
Yeah.
just like both of them's like, okay, let's find out what the fuck.
Yeah, and Amala,
I
you've been told that your father wishes to speak to you.
I
Yeah.
like step to the side of where Aladdin is, like stopping him from going into a mirror if he
He
tried to.
he does like when you said like it was just her. He stopped. He didn't go.
Oh, okay. And as soon as Amala like goes goes inside, that Yams and Journey are there with me and Aladdin. I like go, hey, guys, powwow for a second. Uh,
Oh.
Yeah, this powwow is
Jo-
happening before we go into the heart touching daughter father time.
I
Yeah.
love it.
uh, Yams, Aladdin, by any chance, did you feel any remnants of magic when you were in there?
In the room with the
In the
emperor.
And yes.
Arcana check time.
Sure.
Because right now it's a base no. You didn't.
Oh, okay.
No, like at
Well,
right now it's like maybe not.
well, I rolled
Oh,
fucking high. I
so
got a whole 3.
Oh.
Aladdin,
Oh
hey,
yeah, brother.
hey, the rivalry doesn't stop here because Aladdin rolled a nat 20.
Are you fucking kidding?
Oh,
I mean, to
perfect.
be fair,
Perfect.
Yams was not fucking thinking about fucking magic shit. He's
Yeah.
like, I was honestly in the room being like, where the fuck in the castle are we that we're just having this fucking conversation with this man? It's
Yams
like,
was like,
is a
what?
monster about to fucking pop out of that closet? You know?
That's
This
fair.
place is a nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
it's like,
is,
what the
yeah.
fuck? It's so disorienting and shit. And it's like, these fish go through walls. They don't give a fuck about your stupid ass mirrors. Like, if you need to get from point A to point B, you can. This place is indefensible. This place is garbage. Like,
I'm obsessed with Yams just walking around thinking about how fucking garbage the defenses of this palace are.
straight
Yeah,
up.
like
I'm just like, what the
sitting
fuck are
on
your
the
footnotes?
architectural decisions that are obviously
Fully,
like design
fully
over
aesthetic.
substance.
Yeah, aesthetic fully.
It's like if there's like a siege and they break through one side of the wall, it would be impossible to get there within 10 business days.
From what
Because there's so
Yams.
many fucking like mirrors that you have to go through. You have to like turn them, and then you have to go through fucking stairs and shit. It's like, oh my god.
At least that is from what Yams knows so far.
Yeah.
This
Which is
castle has
OP.
this castle has stood through at least one rebellion.
Yeah.
But Yams is not impressed, and that's fair.
Yeah, I'm not impressed. Anybody can fight back fucking peasants with pitchforks. Try
But
fighting
right,
a real fucking army.
but right, yes, the powwow Kruger.
Please.
So yes, Aladdin. Yams didn't. Aladdin's in there. He's like, I mean, yeah, but there's a lot of magic that kind of goes through these rooms. Like, and I figured if he had any on him, it was probably whatever Kyoshi did.
Uh, so yes, there was that, but it was it was hiding the real severity of his injuries. Uh, he's
Yeah.
he's got, and I'm gonna uh, redcon because we don't know the name of the fungus right now.
Well, no, Kruger does. Kruger knows the name. He just doesn't know
Yeah,
the book. He doesn't recall the book it's in.
yeah, but I'm gonna redcon because you said I was gonna get the name soon, and I was like, well,
Well, no, me saying giving you the name soon was me going, I'm gonna type this to you into DM so this scene can continue to play out. Well, not
oh, okay,
DMs.
well,
I sent it into your channel in the server.
I I see it, I see it.
Yeah.
Uh, he's he's got a corpse leech on him. It's it's a mushroom that does feast on carcasses, and more so, even it works even faster on half dead people
And just
or half dead.
living people. Like people who are still alive.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yes.
Which, Yams, you even know what
We
corpse leeches are.
Yeah, I was Oh, I was actually about to ask, could I roll a history check for Journey to see like how familiar he is with these, and also whether or not he or anyone he knows may have used them in the past.
Based on, you can give me a history check to see if anyone's used them, but base knowledge with the things that you guys have done in the past, Yams would have been, this is something Yams would have been warned about because they infect battlefields after large battles, so it's always like, if you want something from a battlefield, get it before you leave, because that area is gonna have to be like incinerated in like a week. Like,
Oh Jesus.
like you have to like burn through the whole area. Journey, you know of these things because it's a popular poison because it's really hard to heal, and the more panicky your victim, the faster the mushrooms are gonna grow.
Yeah, that's alright.
But so give me a history.
That is a 19 for history.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no. You've dealt with some fucked up people. You've known, most popular thing that groups do is they'll get corpses fully like bloated and ready to burst from the mushrooms, and like chain them up like fucked up water mines like around like their storage areas, so like it becomes like a, don't even try to steal from us, you will die, it's
Yeah,
not worth it.
and I'm sure Journey like even knows like maybe one or two people personally who got infected with the corpse leech and just either trying to steal from someone they shouldn't have, or
Yeah, and you also know it is a very, very popular poison, and that you have a contact. I forgot what I named her. I was talking with you about her before.
is it Siphon?
Yeah, Siphon. Um, Siphon makes a diluted version of the poison, which, going back to Sergio's thing, is called Whispering Death. Siphon uses a diluted version of that to torture people, to where it doesn't take in full effect of the mushroom, but it still causes a sizzling pain that spreads through the body. It's like a fucked up jellyfish. It does like what the box jellyfish does to people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
When you say corpse leech, Journey has like a look on his face first, like, oh shit, and then like kind of like visibly wincing, because yeah, he knows what the fuck. Yeah, it's very.
I gotcha. So yeah, there's a corpse leech. There's a corpse leech on him, very potent, and they sort of dug it in deep into his body. He was in fact hiding it with a minor illusion, but it is spread. It's it's curable. Kiyoshi did halt it for a little bit. There's two options we could do. We could either try to find three. We could try to find a priest nearby. We can try to find any healers or any medicinal herbs from the people in the trenches, which they might know an alternative healing technique for them for this disease. Or we can go back to Havusha and meet with the doctors my dad has connections with to try to heal this.
Aladdin said there's like, we, yeah, our doctors are too busy right now. The best thing we could do is sneak him out of the country and get him somewhere else, anywhere else. But we need to get back to your mom first with him. Here's the thing, I can take her back. I can take the kid back with me too, and like gestures at Yahiko. If you guys want to continue on and look for Serene.
I have to convene with Amala on what she wants to do, considering she is the ruling monarch now.
Well,
I don't think
Serene is still
sneaking.
alive, as far as we know. She's been alive and giving orders. She's the acting empress.
Well, isn't Amala also the acting empress?
Unfortunately, only Serene. It's a weird situation where only Serene was crowned during the ceremony. It's we don't know what's going to happen. It's a case of we're going to have a big family discussion after everything.
Discussion, right? Um,
My way to put.
I don't know if sneaking him out of the country, especially during an active war in a war zone, is going to be a way to do it, especially sneaking him all the way to Habusha. Even us getting here from Habusha was not a direct mean. So I don't know
We could
necessarily that we should do that.
we could try and get him to Lobruba.
If you can try, I mean,
It's to the north, and it's going because the only other thing is we'd have to go through Zoktan to get to anywhere else.
do you want to go through Sultan while you're
No,
actively at war with Sultan?
exactly, which is why I'm saying we should take him north.
There's no healers in that camp of yours?
I don't know if there's anyone who's powerful enough to take care of this.
I mean, assuming technically we're already successful in our mission. Technically, if we all just wanted to leave, we would have still achieved more than what we came here for. Um, in terms of strategy,
Hmm.
the king, who is not really the king anymore, is no longer a vital piece of your government or your military. Obviously, Amala's not going to be okay with that, but if he were to die, it wouldn't be chaos for your whole infrastructure. That being said, I'm not saying we let him die because we shouldn't do that, but is there a way that the priest that you currently have up in the north in the camp can at least keep him alive long enough until this entire crisis is averted, and then afterwards?
We we had some priests that were more trained than Kiyoshi. They just didn't have a chance to come with us. They were attending to people. Um, yeah, they then if Kyoshi was able to stabilize them and keep it at bay, then they should be able to as well. That's
Because
what
if
I'm
we can
saying.
wait,
I can
mhm,
take him back.
can you get yourself out of here by yourself with an injured man?
If I go back the way we came, then yeah, I should be fine. With just him, I can get both of us out with like just sneaking around.
Can you get past the defenses of the tunnels,
Yeah,
considering you're not noble and you're not royal?
yeah, because Amala registered us in the system that lasts for a while, and the castle still registers me in it, so it
Okay.
understands who I am. So we'll be able to get out.
That would be our initial mission. If you can get him out, that would be once again half of the things that we came here for,
Yeah,
or I would say three-fourths of what we came here for. Um,
yeah. As you guys kind of settle with this and start thinking up a plans, Amala back with her dad, and with the insight check from earlier, you also realize the way he is kind of like bringing you in to embrace you. He's purposely kind of keeping a wedge so you can't get onto where his wound is. He's not allowing you to like physically touch that area. So I didn't realize when you said a healer, you meant someone who should probably be in school right now. Still very sweet of you and considerate to send someone else to check on me.
Was he able to do anything?
Yes, he helped ensure that my wound was stable, but I
Hmm,
need to
okay.
see a doctor or a priest to get it healed up the rest of the way. But I can walk.
Okay.
I can move around. I just can't do more than walk.
Okay. Neither should you even be walking, Daddy. You're royalty. Like, we have people to do that for you.
Honey,
Um,
my dear, it's okay. I need being a ruler. Yes, we have privileges, but we have to be able to do things for ourselves or we forget how to connect to our people.
I literally don't understand what you're saying. I think that you have a fever. It's okay, Daddy. It's okay. We'll figure this out. Do you
Tired
know any
father
like
trying to put good lessons on his family, and his wife and daughters are like, nah, fuck the poor people.
Daddy, do you have like any like priest friends? Like, where is the family physician? Like, he's garbage at
Dead.
his job.
He's dead.
Dead? Oh my god.
Listen, Amal, sweetie, you've been doing so good so far. Are you going to come with me to leave the palace?
Yes, absolutely.
You're gonna come with me now if we leave right now.
Yeah, like I'll take you right now.
He has a look of relief on his face. He was fully prepared to have to convince you to leave. Because he for some reason thought you would want to continue to push onward through the castle.
No, no, like Daddy. I mean, we have to take care of Serene, but yeah. I mean, at least I know that she's good
I
and that she's, like she's fine. Right now, you're not fine.
so I have an idea of what's going on with Serene.
Okay.
So I don't know when, but Serene got in contact with something. It's like a case of like he
Mhm.
might know what that something is, but it's like I parent trying
Oh,
not to say the
Daddy,
child.
Daddy, 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 Daddy. Okay, so I went into the family vault and I got the pearl. I got the black pearl. And I saw with like magic that Serene, what the thing that you're saying, it's fuck, what's his name? It's the black one. It's the dark one. It's the evil one. You know?
Okay,
The
so you're aware of that. Okay. That
Yeah,
makes this
kind
easier.
of.
Okay. I don't know if she caught in contact with it itself or one of its emissaries, but I need you. Before we
Mhm.
go, I will stay here. I know how to lock this area from the inside so no one will be able to get in. I will be
Mm.
safe.
Mm.
To help Serene fight back, I need you to. He kind of sighs and he pulls out what you know is like essentially a key. It just looks like a crystal, but it's like a key to get into some of the restricted areas that you wouldn't even have access to. Basically, it's like a key he hadn't handed over to Serene yet. This was something he should have given Serene when she became Empress.
Mm.
I need you to go into the lower levels where we keep the prisoners. I need you to go to the third cell on the left on the bottom floor from the end and put this. There's a little slot that looks like a broken piece in the wall. Are you listening?
Mhm.
He's like making sure you're paying attention. He's like,
Yeah, Daddy, I don't like where this is headed. The last thing we need in this party is more criminals.
no, I'm not asking you to get anyone out.
Okay.
If you put this in, this will let you go to what are basically what helps keep our place safe. It's where a lot of magic is stored. Raw magic, like all the fancy little crystals we have around here. Real Lance is down there doing what she can to keep things stable. I need you to go down there and help
Mhm.
her. Because things have gotten out of order, and I think similar to that poor girl out there, something may have come over her mind or she is struggling in some way.
Mm. Oh, also, Daddy, I found out that real lance is a weapon or something.
Real Lance is how our family has stayed safe.
Mm.
She is she's not from here,
Mhm.
and she's actually how you and your mother and your sister all have your abilities that go with the moon.
Ooh, so wait, she's responsible for that.
Yes, she is how that is able to happen, and Real Lance, she is part of how our kingdom even came to be, how our lineage came to be.
Oh my God, she's so much older than she looks, but she already looks so old. Um, Daddy, um, so I think that Serene wasn't able to get her powers when she was like little. You know, like that thing. Like I didn't really remember it, but there was a thing where I got like my like moon magic powers and she didn't. I think there was like a question that we were asked if we wanted power or not, and I mean, I said yes because like, oh yeah, sure. And then I don't think she said yes. And when she was like, I saw in the Pearl that when she was 11, that there was something that changed within her through through the Pearl, and apparently, um, so she has been looking different for some time, and she has been um altering our perception of her, and things that I thought happened before to me and that I did with her, didn't actually happen. So whenever she used her powers, it was an illusion and it
It's
wasn't real.
I didn't remember it either for a while, but I've had a lot of time to reflect and think while I've been trying to heal. I think whatever has gotten to your sister may have tampered with either Ria Lance herself or the magic down, and it's essentially created a large, wide cast memory spell
Mm.
that has made everyone think they remembered things a certain way until they really start thinking about it.
So wait, what's real? What do you think is real?
I, even though my memories are saying that no, like I remember her getting them, I remember having to comfort her because she was crying for months after that. She was so upset that she didn't get chosen. I don't know what happened either, but I remember when she started changing, her eyes got darker. Physically, her eyes seemed to become blacker. But I don't know a lot of this magic stuff. Your mom's the one with all of these kinds of things. I just know more of the family history.
Hmm.
But
Oh,
oh yes.
speaking of family history, I also found out some stuff at the libraries about what happened back in the day. Um, yeah, so this kind of thing happened before with like the previous emperors, the ones that went, "Ooh, ooh," those guys. And yeah, I think that the second that they got the crown um put on them, that they went real crazy. And I think that maybe it has something to do with the title itself. And I don't know. I mean, I think that it's a combination of things, but maybe it has to do with being crowned an emperor, or empress, uh, um, or in addition to her already having this connection to the Dark One.
The pearls are made of magic, so that would make sense of it basically corrupting the pearl, which then further corrupted the mind.
Yeah,
Maybe.
and I, part of me, I, I believe in Serene, and I believe that she's way smarter than us, and maybe she knows something that we don't, and maybe this is all for something, and maybe she's trying to help in her own way. Um,
It it might be. I will say, despite what the criers have been saying, Zoktan was moving on us before your sister started war. We just
mm,
we tried to keep it on the down low, but we've been seeing scouts for a while now, and we were getting ready to start our own defenses. So,
what happened, Daddy? Like, who declared the war?
officially Serene.
Yeah, but like, who really declared?
I don't know if there was any actual proper declaration, but like I said, we were seeing scouts. Serene declared war, but we were already being attacked in the north.
Hmm. Um.
Listen,
Do you know why?
I have no idea. I hadn't heard from I haven't heard from the dawn of Zoktan in a while, so I don't know what's going on over there, but right now you need to focus on getting to Rio Lance and then we can leave. Okay? And he's like kind of like
Yeah.
trying to be like yeah, cuz he's like also like not wanting to expose you to the possibility of his wound for so long.
Mhm. Okay. Um. I understand. Okay. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get the wall thing. I'm gonna get the real lance. I'm gonna get, okay. And then you come with us, and then we get out.
Yes. And
And
I'll
then we'll
stay right
deal.
here.
Yeah, and you'll stay right here, and
Right
then
here.
you're safe, you're guarded. Uh, okay. Um, all right. Do you know anything that could help us, like within the castle, or within like like these like rooms that we have already, like like the room that we just came out of, like anything that comes to mind that might help heal us, might help um like items or anything,
So,
like things to barter.
well, I mean, there's plenty of things to barter if you just want to take them, but why do you need to barter? But anyway, uh, you can find little pockets like these all over the castle. Um, Actual things for healing, I believe your mother had some in her room. Um, as for things that can help you, I believe I don't know what they did that with the helmet that was in here, but there's a set of scimitars here that might be helpful. They have a magic to them. It wasn't as noteworthy and it got lost in translation, so we don't know what they do anymore.
Okay. Yeah, I remember seeing them somewhere. Do you remember like specifically where they were? Like I was looking for them like 3 times, Daddy, and I couldn't find
Um, and he sits there. He's like, if you help me get up, I can just come out and show you. Because he can walk. He can get up
them.
and
No,
walk.
no, absolutely not. You're not walking. You're staying right
And he
there.
just continues, stubborn dad continues to get
No,
up.
Daddy.
And he just kind of like holds out his arm for you. He's like, come on.
Okay.
And he is walking slow. He's taking it easy. My god, Tonks. He's taking it easy, making sure not to like overstrain himself. And then so you guys see Amala and her dad walk out as you guys are like, yeah, no. Aladdin's just gonna take him and go. And they're like, oh, we got our own shit going on.
Okay. And then does he like show me?
Well, he has walked out to your party, so he hasn't shown you yet because it's like, I see you have quite a group here, as he's like looking between everyone, more so to stop and squint at Journey because Journey's the only one he hasn't met yet.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, don't look at them too hard, Daddy. They're a little bit, I don't know. It's like those like fancy paintings that we have. It's just like the farther away that you look at them, the better they look.
Your Majesty.
This is my different daddy.
Journey.
I try to just shield Journey from the insult by just being like Your
He,
Majesty.
he he truly is like whatever. Just ignoring everything Amala just said. Kind of dips his head. Says, probably something along those lines like, "It's good to see you on your feet, Your Majesty." Like, I mean, I doesn't think that.
He just
Not,
whispered that. He
not saying
just
that
says it
last
under
part.
his
Not saying
breath.
that
Yeah,
last part. Yeah.
yeah. He just says it under his breath. Better than fucking.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, yeah, but it's just like dips his head in greeting and says that like it's good to see you on your feet.
Yeah, so that one is my bodyguard. The other ones, I don't know. They just kind of came with and they just didn't go away. And that's where we are right now. Yeah, so can you show us the helmet, Mr. Victor?
Yeah, he's like, okay, it's a nice to meet you all, and he kind of like he squeezes Aladdin's like shoulder as he goes by because that's his nephew.
Yeah.
Um, and he points down to the. Truly, you see why you didn't see it. It's because it's gotten knocked off the wall, and whatever had been going on before you guys got there.
Mm-hmm.
It was under some rubble, and he's like, they didn't take it, but it's over there. and he gestures, and it's a dual scimitars that they have the same exact design. They seem to be in texture, they look more like stone, but they are obviously sharpened to be able to, like, slice, to still do slashing damage. And they seem to have the motifs of, like, old school, like, Zelda the Wind Waker, like how they do, like, clouds and air motions, seem to be carved into the flow of the blade. And both blades look the same. On the
Question, can I, oh, no, finish the description, sorry.
Oh yeah, I was just saying, like, where it starts to go, where the hilt, the pommel of the hilt, is also that of a Asian, like, air dragon, like a little Eastern, like, lion dragon, like the full lion dragons.
Can I see if I see the helmet somewhere?
Absolutely, you can do a investigation if you really want to look, or perception if you just want to do a gander.
Better perception instead. 11.
You don't spot it. If Yams is being obvious about looking at it, looking for it, he will pipe up and say, I think one of the more sentient guards took it.
Oh.
One of the crab-looking ones.
I don't recall. Asui, in the start of her whatever was going on, put me in there and locked me into that room when it all started.
Oh.
Were you already injured
Yes.
when she did that?
Yes. She didn't harm me. She put me in there and protected me, essentially.
Daddy, do you know who harmed you?
He just kind of smiles at that and, like, squeezes your hand a little. I don't think that's something that should be dwelled on.
I kind of want to dwell on it. We're gonna kill them so dead. Like, you have no idea, Daddy. Like, they're gonna be, like, so dead. They're gonna be, like, dead for 5 million lifetimes, Daddy. Like, it's just
I
crazy
think she's
how dead they
traveling with at least multiple killers.
Yeah, like multiple murderers. He does not, like, if you want to try and convince him, you can do a persuasion check, but he does not look like he looks more firm in not wanting to tell you this than with the hiding that he has a severe thing going on.
If I roll an insight check on him just to kind of, like...
Oh yeah, absolutely. Anyone can roll insight on this because y'all are kind of all hanging together.
Yeah. That's gonna be... that's gonna be 19 for insight.
Okay.
Ooh.
25 insight.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
Kruger, do you want to
Does that
roll
include me
insight?
too?
Yeah, you can roll insight.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Hell yeah.
I got cut.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So 10 plus 18 insight. That's 13.
Okay, and what did
Alright.
Amala get?
She actually did really good, considering she has such terrible insight. 17. But would it be
Hey!
funnier if I choose to
Ooh.
fail?
I mean, you can choose to fail. You are a
That would be
daddy's girl.
Oh my gosh. Fine. I'll take it. Yeah, 17. What does that give me?
Okay, it's the kind of look that he feels like telling you would kind of shatter you a little. That's the vibe you get. Whatever, Kruger, you can't really make heads or tails of why he would be keeping it a secret. Your best guess is probably like, oh, someone else in Amala's family tried to kill him. That's probably why. Everyone else kind of clocks that. Oh, he really, like, it's something so bad that it might make Amala not okay, and she needs to be okay right now.
Yeah, so it's like, to us, it very much comes off like, oh, he is trying to protect his child right now.
He is very much refusing to say because he is trying to protect his child.
Oh.
I think something that I think Yams cuts off, and it's like, Aladdin has volunteered to take you to the camp north and out of the castle.
He looks at Amal and he's like, we were discussing also the possibility of me locking myself in that space, and I have asked Amala, and it is only fair that I ask the rest of you. What is happening to my other daughter may be partially involved with the source of the magic within the castle, how everything runs. I have asked her to go down there and check on it and help if necessary. I ask that you all join her. If it helps put everyone's mind at ease, I will go with Aladdin and get out of the castle. If not, I can wait here and ensure that I can lock myself in. I know how these portals work. I can make them disappear from the inside. No one will see them. Which, Amala, you know that's a thing. Yeah, like, you can fully, like, turn it on a setting from the inside to hide whoever's inside. You've done it. You've used it for some nasty things.
Honestly, good for her.
Yeah, we all know Amala did.
Oh, now we're just shaming people.
Not shaming.
No shame.
There is no
Genuinely
shame.
good for her.
Yeah, like, genuinely good for her.
Celebrating.
Yeah.
Pink celebrating.
Yeah.
Exactly, yes.
The fish that attacked Asui can go through walls.
Those things, they're attracted to whatever magic is being pumped through this place right now. They aren't the actual cause of the problems. They are essentially conduits.
Would they be attracted to you the same way that they were attracted to Asui?
Absolutely not. I don't have any of this going on. He's just like, absolutely no.
Alright, well.
He's like, no. The only reason they attached to her was because of what was being done to her, and, like, he kind of gestures to the ley lines. Serene put her in that circle and it was changing her.
So you've seen Serene.
Yes.
How's she looking?
Not good. Her physical features have started to change a little drastically, to say the least. She is looking more like what we have descriptions of the Dark One. So it looks like she's starting to mimic him, which is what we have heard his emissaries look like. So she is... I don't know if there's a way to reverse it, but I ask that you try if you can. If not, I understand. And, like, he looks at Yams and Journey, not Kruger because Kruger is a child, and not Amala because this is her sister. Do what needs to be done.
I nod.
Well, no.
Yeah, Journey will also just, like, nod at that, kind of like resting a hand on his rapier as he's... kind of casually, just like, yep, if it comes to that. Hope.
Don't you worry, Daddy. Everything's gonna be just the way it was before,
Oh,
and nothing will have changed.
Aww.
Mama beloved.
Sweet child.
If you stay here, I don't know. I don't know how long. Oh yeah, quick question. We
Mhm.
got here what around like morning time?
Mhm.
And what time is it now? Like noon?
It looks like it's probably getting like approximately like noon, 2 o'clock ish, like early afternoon, like getting firmly into afternoon.
We came here to retrieve you. We didn't necessarily come here to free the castle. However, seeing as the opportunity has presented itself, and there are these rooms that allow us to rest and recuperate, it would
And
be
in a
good like
shorter amount of
disorient
time
our
as
suit.
well.
That being said, if we fail and die, we'll be stuck inside this castle and we will have failed the majority of the reason we came here for. If Aladdin takes you away now, not only do you at least get like one surviving member of the royal family survives, but also whatever priests they have in the north in the camp can at least start treating you, even if that can't fully kill you.
I would rather first see that at least real Lance is helped before I go anywhere, but I understand if you'd like me to go. I do not ask that you fully go and see about Serene. I just ask that you please go see about Rio Lance.
We're gonna do what we have to do. If that's in part finding real lands, that's what we're gonna do. My main concern is if we all die here, who's left to rule whatever's left of this land?
My wife got out. She'll be fine.
It's just I just fucking remembering this lady. It's like you're
It's a
fucking
worse
doomed.
Amala.
Yeah, it's
You're doomed. You're all fucking
making the
doomed.
connection of like this man and the woman he's married to.
This pathetic very easily gives into the demands of his daughters and wife, man.
A lot of things are
You're
making
all
sense.
you're all doomed. All of them.
This
Your people
country
are doomed.
this country makes so much more sense.
Oh yeah, yeah, making a lot of connections right now.
Honestly, how this fucking kingdom has now fallen to complete chaos and disarray is truly a testament of the compliance of the citizens.
Right, that's why they're always like, keep the citizens happy. Keep everyone
And you,
happy.
and even that is like, how much of that are you really doing? Like,
Yeah.
we'll be back in like 2 years,
Yeah.
probably fighting for the rebels after being hired.
Oh yeah.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. But yeah, I know earlier we said 2 hours, so is this kind of a good place of.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, Aladdin will take the Emperor back.
Oh, I think I'll say like, wait, Daddy, I have a better idea. Why don't you go back maybe like with Kiyoshi? Like where's Kiyoshi?
Amala
Cuz like
doesn't
then
know
you'll have
about
a
Kyoshi yet.
Oh yeah.
yeah, then you'll have a healer, and like he's way better than Kruger, but like so
No,
you'll be in
he
safe hands
he
and that way we can still stay with Aladdin.
that that Kyoshi was very nice. I don't see them, and I think it's better that way. I will see to the priests at the camp.
Okay, I don't think like the
No,
king also knows like
no. The king doesn't know that Kyoshi is gone, but it seems like the
mhm.
king doesn't care. Like he seems
Yeah.
relieved that Kyoshi is gone.
Damn bitch.
Ooh.
Yeah, the fact that Kiyoshi was in there with the king surely was a bad thing. It's a good thing. It's a good thing in the sense that it's like, oh, he was too preoccupied with like what was happening outside of the mirror. But it's like easy assassination right there, boom.
The
Mm-hmm.
easiest
He was
assassination.
already dead. He was already dead when I got here.
Oh
Yeah.
no, too late.
And the king probably felt that too. He was like, oh
The king's
Yeah.
sweating. Oh no.
King's sweating. Oh no, why'd they have to leave
like
me alone with this one?
it's like I've survived this long with a fucking stab wound and a deadly poison. It's crazy that I'm able to get killed by chance.
And also, it's like it was perfect because he was alone with him,
Mm-hmm.
stuck
And
behind the mirror.
and the best part is he didn't even like fully focus on the outside. He stopped to heal him and pause the disease for up to 3 days.
I honestly thought Kruger was gonna kill him. I
Kruger
honestly
gonna
thought
do.
Kruger was gonna fucking murder him.
Kruger fucks up in large reduce.
Oh god,
That's what I was fully like I didn't know how he was gonna do it, but I was like Kruger might just fucking kill him.
I know. I will say though, I do genuinely love the ideas you were coming up with for enlarge, reduce.
Yeah.
yeah, that
But
was really
Yeah, to
creative. Yeah.
fucking. I was
You
just like